Welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're looking at the Dipika Ancient Aegean Sword. This is a pretty sweet blade. This dates back 3,500 years, this design. Take a look at some specs, up close looks, and also cut testing. Let's get into it. 25 1/4 inches overall length, 18 3/4 inches of blade length. This comes to us unsharpened from Dipika. So make sure that you add a sharpening service at kultofathena.com when you buy this one if you want to do any type of cut testing. Otherwise, they come unsharpened. Couple features on this one. We're going to have a wood handle, wood slabs on each side. There is a pommel. As you can see, it's a wood pommel. And this is a really old design. This is thousands of years old. So you're going to see this in Celtic swords. You're going to see this type of hook in Iberian swords. Really, a lot of type of swords are going to have this type of handle with a middle swell like this as well. So you're going to see that this is a full tang design. This is a C60 high carbon steel that Dipika is using. Comfortable handle, so not uncomfortable when you are cutting with it, even just holding it in hand. If this is something you're going to use for reenactments or something that you're going to carry at a Ren fair and it's unsharpened, then it's really not going to get in the way. For something that weighs 1 pound 11 ounces, not really to get in the way at all. Really comfortable in hand. You can hold this in a saber grip if you chose. You got the full grip. The handle is flat, so this is not a rounded handle, which I actually like more flat handles because the presentation of the cutting edge is there. Pretty solid design. Let's take a look at the scabbard. All right, with the scabbard, it's simply a leather scabbard. So you can do sword attachments to this as well. We have 3 loops, 1, 2, and 3 loops. So if you did want to carry this with a sword hanger, we have sword hangers at kultofathena.com. Go in the accessory sections and the leather goods sections, and you'll see how you can carry this one, especially if you're doing this for a Ren fair. They have some really sweet designs on it, as you're going to see in the up close looks. It's a stitched leather on both sides. Drawing this out, especially if you get a sharpening service off of this, pay real close attention and make sure that your hand is not really squeezing this. So make sure you slide this out with care and common sense. So if it doesn't have an edge on it, then still pay attention anyway. But just so you know, there's no wood in this at all. This is only leather. And then sliding this back in. It's a pretty tight scabbard, but not to where I feel like it's going to cut through the leather or anything. Cool feature on this one is that they did add a rain guard. So this little rain guard or chap, rain guard is kind of slang that you'll hear with Dark Sword, the company Dark Sword. They use that with their scabbards. So it has this little chap over here. You could go a little bit more over it. I don't know why you would, but if you did want to keep that flat for a sword stand, that's not a problem at all. Let's take a look at this in the scabbard and out of the scabbard. Some up close looks. All right, let's talk about movement here. I'm going to do a little bit of movement, moving through some cuts, nice and smooth, moving through a little bit of thrusting here, so that you can see the sword in motion. Whether you're going to do this or not with it, it's my intention for you just to see the sword in motion so you can get as close to 3-dimensional as possible. So if this is something you want to add to your collection, you have a better idea of what you want to grab. Let's take a look at that. All right, next thing in line is cut testing. So this one has a pretty broad edge. It has been sharpened by our sharpening guys for a functional edge. Again, we're using pool noodles. You're gonna see a lot of pool noodles and a lot of water bottles because we're completely out of tatami mats. So is our supplier. So let's take a look at that footage and see what we got. All right, so thanks for joining me for this review of the Dipika Ancient Aegean Sword. It's a really cool blade. If you want to add this to your collection, click the link in the description below this video right now to pick that up. Again, if you want to add a sharpening service, click that little check mark at kultofathena.com to pick this one up today. Let me know in the comments what you want to see for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.